Со денешната работилница. Во понатамошниот дел од оваа работилница, нашите гости од Австрија, од ТУФ Австрија, од Австриската стопанска комора и од Австриското тело за заштита на конкуренцијата, ќе имаат своји презентации за нивните искуства од соработката со регулаторната комисија за енергетика. Прв своја презентација ќе има господинот Bruckner од ТУФ Австрија. Повикувам господинот Bruckner да ја има својата презентација.
TÜV Austria is an independent technical inspection company, and TÜV Austria has a number of accreditations and notifications in Austria and also abroad. A few key figures to TÜV Austria. TÜV Austria was founded in the 19th century in 1872 as an insurance company with own inspectors, insurance companies for pressure vessels and steam boilers. And we have experience since this date. We have approximately 1,000 employees in Austria, Central Europe, and all over the world. We have a turnover of 100 million euros, and we have approximately 40 branch offices and representative offices all over the world. TÜV Austria is an accredited technical inspection and testing company, and we also make certifications of different things. Accredited means that TÜV Austria is authorized by the Austrian government to perform technical inspections and tests. We also can issue certificates, and additional we have a calibration laboratory in our offices in Vienna, and there we can do some calibrations for electrical and mechanical instruments. As a notified body, we can issue certificates according to the rules mentioned in this directive listed here. Now, let me give you some information and overview of the areas of operation of TÜV Austria. The inspectors of TÜV Austria do their work in different facilities: factories, mines, refineries, infrastructure facilities like gas and oil pipelines or underground gas storage facilities. We inspect pressure vessels, boilers, furnaces, lifts, cranes, lifting devices and machines. My part is to inspect electrical installations, electrical high voltage and low voltage installations, and also part of our work is to test and inspect some functional safety of process control systems. Since 2003-2004, a labeling system for electricity is established in Austria. That means the supplier of electricity has to declare the fuel sources or the primary energy sources of which the delivered electricity is produced. One part of this labeling is the certification of the electrical power plants. According to the Austrian law, these certifications must be done by an accredited body like TÜV Austria. In general, we have two steps for these certificates. The first step is to inspect the electrical power plants. In these power plants, we do some evaluations of the possible fuel sources or primary energies like coal, gas, oil, renewable energies that can be used in these power stations to produce electrical energy. At this evaluation, we check the metering instruments, for instance, metering instruments for gas or oil, and also the metering instruments for electricity that comes out from these power plants. A second part of this work is to compare the input data, for instance, fuel, gas, in power plants with renewable energies, also the flow of water, and on the other hand, the output data of electricity. This electricity was supplied for the distribution grid. After evaluation of the facility, we make each year the allocation of electric energy to the fuel sources. That means we divide the produced electrical energy to the different fuel sources of the power plant. The second step in this procedure is to issue a certificate. Certificate like you see it here. Part of this certificate is a description of the power plant. Then you see also on the certificate the possible fuel sources that can be used in this power plant. Coal, gas, renewables, for instance. And you can also see the amount of produced electricity with respect to the used fuel sources. An additional or different part is to give no certificate as a paper certificate, so we can use the database of e-control. In this database, this database is a special tool for creation of certificates without paper. TÜV, as an accredited body, will fill in these amounts of electricity for the power plant, and the user of these certificates has easy possibilities to check and use his certificate. These certificates are issued by the accredited body according to the rules of the e-control. These rules was established 2003-2004, and these rules are a result of the cooperation between e-control and TÜV also. The user of these certificates in the e-control database can move his electricity data easily. As a spin-off of this work, we also make renewable energy sources certificates additional to our work as an accredited body. In this case, we give the supplier of the electrical energy, or for gas, biogas, some certificates, and in this case we made some inspections of the complete chain from the supply of renewable energy, from production of the energy to distribution of energy up to the end consumer. And the end consumer can be sure that the whole chain is tested and inspected by TÜV. As a result of such inspections, we give some green electricity certificates or biomethane certificates. That's my presentation. Thank you for your interest. Thanks, fine.